Hi, my name is Luwaya Bizek, permaculture designer, facilitator, and consultant living in Malawi, in Africa. I started permaculture 10 years ago. I've got 10 years experience implementing permaculture in Malawi. But started permaculture because of my personal background. I was personally born into a family of 12, and it was so challenging for us or our parents to provide us with all the necessities that we needed as children and raise us as children. We grew up in severe poverty. I grew up personally in severe poverty. If I become an edge thinker and go back in time, many are the days that we went to bed with on an empty stomach because our parents could not manage to grow enough food to feed this large family. So the issue of hunger is a serious issue close to my heart, and there is no story in life that I can tell about myself that doesn't present food issues. I went to school with no shoes. I ended up, working for people to get money, and that could not help me at all. I could not complete tertiary education, not because I was not doing well in class, but because my parents could not find enough resources, financial support to support me to complete my tertiary education. Life was really hard and hell on earth. When I discovered, so I started music before discovering permaculture, but music could not pay me off because I needed money to promote music and sell it and make money, but I could not find enough money to promote my music. So my music journey kind of like ended up in space because I could not find some financial support to promote it. So when I discovered permaculture, I was still staying with my parents. So what I did is I tried to establish a garden, an example garden, before any training. I started implementing permaculture before any training. So I designed the surrounding of my parents' garden, and I literally turned it into paradise, complete paradise, from a swept bare ground that we used to had around the households. I completely transformed it, and we were able to produce enough food for the family. And later on, I started, teaching permaculture on radios and televisions. But before I went on to do my permaculture design course, so I took my PDC there, and then after my PDC, I also continued and I got a diploma in permaculture, international diploma permaculture design with Gaia University, and I started teaching people all over. So I've literally trained thousands of people, not just in Malawi but elsewhere. So in my 10 years of experience, I have transformed many lives, and I've transformed many farms and families and organizations and churches and individuals and schools and colleges. And I've literally trained thousands and thousands of people who are my witnesses. So currently, I am the author of 13 permaculture manuals in local languages, and I've had lots of permaculture educational videos both on YouTube and social media, and some hard copies that I share with people. And also the father and founder of New Life Permaculture Youth Group that deals with recycling. So we take all the trash and recycle it into usable things, and we sell them. And I am also the father and founder of the Permaculture Paradise Institute. So Permaculture Paradise Institute is a local demonstration and training center that showcases permaculture and agroecological systems in Malawi and elsewhere. We are living in a country where 80% of our population are subsistence farmers, so we are showcasing how locally available resources can be used to alleviate poverty and hunger, address or mitigate climate change issues, malnutrition and resource depletion. We A very successful project that started just in 2017, and you can see in the background I'm in a jungle, literally jungle of food. If I go on this side, this is another jungle of food. I just want to give you a little glimpse of this paradise, and you can see on either side of this paradise there's so much that you can harvest, so much that you can harvest in this garden. So we started in 2017, but we've literally transformed this piece of land from a desert to this oasis and paradise on earth. We've got over 200 different foods that we are showing case to people. We are harvesting every day and we're sharing to people. We hire or we employ 10 people every year, and then we teach them for 1 year, and then we let them go and teach others. And we also receive over 20 people on a daily basis, and we provide them food. So we give them food, we give them the knowledge, we share the knowledge and technical know-how on how to implement these systems. So since 2017, we've been able to demonstrate how permaculture can work in tropics using locally available resources, growing 200 plus foods in a small space. So we've got 3 different demonstrations. We've got an urban permaculture to my right. That's an urban permaculture demonstration there, where we are showing case a rammed earth system fused with the conventional world and powered with solar system, but the surrounding of the house planted with ornamental and multifunctional beautiful flowers, edible foodscapes and medicinal plants. To my right here, that's to my left, so to my right here you can barely see the house, but that's where we're demonstrating how a Malawian household would look like if it was designed in a permaculture way. So since 2017, we've literally currently trained over 500 people who come here from individuals, villages, communities, schools, colleges, churches, including organizations and the government itself. We've had like people from the government, officials and extension officers come here to learn about permaculture. So that's currently what we are doing in this challenging time. Like this year, Malawi has just declared 3.3 million people to suffer with hunger because maize is not going to be harvested enough. But we are showing case here that within the same challenging time, we've got over 200 different foods growing, including animals doing well with locally available resources local to this environment, local to Malawi, local to Nchinji district, and local to this village, local to this microclimate. So that's why currently we are doing. So besides that, we're also reaching out to people and share this knowledge, but also help them set up farms and then help them grow their own food. So having successfully implemented these techniques in Malawi for over 10 years and having successfully trained thousands of Malawians, my dream for my family, I've already started accomplishing or living the dream. But the first vision was I wanted to be able to have a farm that could be able to produce enough food for my family, which I'm able to. And now nationwide and globally, I dream a world where people are in full control of their own food and economic system. They are able to produce their own food. They are able to produce or generate their own income from the same country they are living, the community they are living, the village they are living, and then even the climatic region they are living. I dream a world free of poverty, hunger, malnutrition, resource depletion. We the people have the technology and information and knowledge and the ability to reverse all these predicaments. We can literally reverse all these predicaments using locally available resources local to our region, local to our nation, local to our environment, local to our community. If design is our own way of doing things and governed by ethical principles that are ecologically sensitive, economically profitable, and socially justice. In this difficult time when the world, like we are complaining about all these challenges globally, permaculture and agroecology has proven that it can address all these challenges. It was so challenging for me, for us to teach people on how to address these challenges without addressing our own challenges. So coming from a very poor background, born in a very poor family, today I have managed to address all those challenges, but also helped a lot of people who've been in severe poverty and severe challenges, severe predicaments for so long, and redesign their systems to more of a paradise on earth like this one. So this is the world we envision to reverse the current predicaments to a more of an ecologically sound system which can be able to produce all we need and provide surplus to the needs of all creatures on the earth. So permaculture as a design science can help redesign our system, not just the agriculture system, but the political system, the social system, and all the systems that exist on earth.